You're listening to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. Comics, television, movies, and more. If it impacts fan culture, we have something to say about it. And now, your hosts, Jordan, Cliff, and Seth.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. You're here with Jordan Lowe,
Cliff Barnes,
Seth. Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast, reigning champs at Townhouse Trivia.
Oh, we've been doing the trivia.
So, have you officially moved on from the one you always went to before?
I poured lube all over these guys and squeezed them across down the road through the door. Got them in there.
That is graphic.
Got them. Oh, I know. Got them. They slid right into the booth. I was like, guys, this is better. You notice how we're not paying for answers and stuff anymore?
I did bring that up to Jared because we're going to have to take time off this winter because his kid has basketball every Tuesday.
Oh, it's a different night.
And I said, they do trivia on Wednesday nights.
Oh,
That's
man.
True, we could do that.
But we've moved on. We've left that.
I just
like,
I don't know if I could go back to that. That was such a horror show compared to what we're doing now.
Just like Wrexham, you've been demoted.
We're in a higher league now.
Yeah.
More competitive league.
Yeah, been promoted, and now we're gonna slide back on down to the minor leagues.
Yeah, I don't think we can do that. I would like them to know why we're not playing there. I mean, I feel like I should write a letter.
Yeah,
just so you know why we're not there. Because you guys won't shut up and just ask the questions.
Yeah, we should have done it. There should have been some sort of exit interview before our last time.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't contacted us.
Yeah,
for a survey or something.
Past winners. Yeah.
How can we do better in our service?
But I felt like I could just go over and tell that one team that plays both places, say, hey, you mention if they ask, because I'm sure they've said, hey, they're down there playing at the town.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
just give them.
I think I saw one of them with a fake mustache and like a trench coat down there spying to see who's playing Tuesday.
Yep.
Hand him that letter. Watch him. Oh, what's all over it?
Yeah. That's the lube we used to move these guys down here. We're never back.
Gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of fun and games.
Oh yeah, more games.
It's the holiday season, and it's December, and we're in a Christmassy type mood. And Cliff asked if we had anything Christmassy to talk about on the podcast.
That's right.
I'll Google Christmas game. I found something on the Google. So you can find this on Etsy.
Don't tell us, we'll cheat.
There's a couple of these. There's cheap printable games here on Etsy if you want to support the makers of these games. Christmas Friendly Feud. So we're going to play the Feud. It is there's not much we like more than Christmas and game shows. We're going
Richard Dawson.
Combine it. I'll give you each a kiss if I could, but we're on Zoom.
Oh.
All right, so we should have decided we want to go first before we got on air, because this is usually a horrible waste of time, but you guys got to figure out who gets the first question.
Oh
man, I hate this part. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll take the first one, sure.
Okay.
So this is just like Family Feud, and I've got a few samples here of questions. 100 people surveyed.
I don't have a buzzer.
4 answers on the board.
Here's the question.
So we'll just do Cliff. You answer.
Oh.
Until you get an X, and then we'll move over to Seth and try to clear the board, all right?
God, the pressure.
It's exciting.
All right, top 4 answers on the board. We surveyed 100 people. Name a greeting people say at Christmas.
Oh my gosh, controversial.
Name a greeting people say at Christmas.
Right in there. Merry Christmas.
That's the top answer.
Number
Ding.
1. Happy Holidays.
That's number 2.
Happy Christmas. Apparently, we didn't survey British people.
So do you have to get 3 strikes and then Seth can steal, or should we just switch over?
Yeah, just switch it on.
He'd throw it off to you. Need to go get your family.
This is family-less feud here.
Family-less feud. So what? My turn?
Yeah, that's probably more fair. One strike, it'll go over.
Okay. Jeez, I don't know.
We've got Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We've got 2 more answers.
Those are the 2.
Those are the top 2.
Season's greetings.
Bidding, that's number 3.
Man.
So I won.
There's 1 more to go.
Oh, we have to guess them all? Oh, you got to guess them all.
Got it. I got the one he couldn't get.
No.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
No.
Ooh, that would have been my guess.
All right, so can Cliff steal this one? 1 more.
Oh my God.
Name a greeting people say at Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Season's greetings, and 1 more is the 4th answer.
I cannot think of anything else. I'm gonna feel really dumb when he says it. Happy Hanukkah.
No. All right, so I don't know how
people don't say that.
So who won then?
I did.
Because it ended on you?
Yeah.
I won twice. But,
yeah, somehow.
No, I won. We kind of made the rules up as
formal protest.
Right. So
formal protest.
Yeah. You stole, and Cliff couldn't steal it back. So
yes, that makes perfect sense.
Sure.
We'll see if it holds up as we go along, as a thing that works. What was it?
All right. Last answer was Feliz Navidad.
Oh yeah. I'm always saying that. Me and Freddie Fender, we're just walking around.
Wow.
Okay, how about starting with Seth now? Top 8 answers on the board.
Oh my God.
8.
So you just go back and forth until somebody can't name one, basically.
Right. Yeah.
That works.
Okay, name a tradition that happens leading up to Christmas.
Leading up to Christmas.
Trim tradition the tree. That happens leading up to Christmas.
Trim the tree. Put the tree up.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, that was the number 1 answer.
The number 1 answer was it? You're looking around like you can't find it.
It was in Spanish.
Yeah, right. Listen to Freddie Fender. No, I would say, listen to Christmas music.
Not exactly.
No, didn't make the survey.
Okay. Cliff
could put those sweet X buzzer sounds in here too later. If
yeah,
you
I could
get
do that.
Saucy.
Oh,
we'll see.
Okay,
We'll see.
They'll get me to quit.
All right, Cliff. Name a tradition that happens leading up to Christmas.
Caroling.
That's I almost reworded that, but I decided
that didn't make the list either.
Oh my God.
8 and it's not Cliff.
Who are these people?
We're jeez.
All right, back to Seth. See if you can get another one.
These people are deaf. They don't know music. Everybody surveyed.
Yeah, they don't like music at all. Wow, they don't Christmas carol or listen to Christmas music. I was wondering where we're living here in this fictional Family Feud world. Shopping for Christmas presents. No.
Oh my Lord.
People don't shop?
Nope.
They don't
Not leading up to
Christmas. This is just
no
outside
presents.
of Whoville. This is what happens near Christmas, just outside of Whoville, up on the hill.
All right, Cliff, name a tradition that happens leading up to Christmas.
Decorating the home.
Hey.
Okay, putting up lights is one of the answers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Putting up lights.
Jeez whiz.
Hanging the stockings.
You got putting up. Yeah, hanging the stockings with care. Nope.
Nope.
We don't do that, Cliff.
No, never heard of it.
All right, that's 2 strikes per, so this is your last chance.
Oh, is it?
We're making this up as we go.
Yeah. I'm flummoxed. People are screaming.
Oh man.
There's so many things, I'm sure. I listen to Christmas music.
No, don't. You
hang my
stop.
No
stockings.
music.
You gotta
No
stop.
music.
You gotta
No
stop
music.
doing that.
Baking cookies.
Boom. Number 2 answer: making cookies.
Wow. And
I
what
bet
were
more
the other
people
10 things?
But more people hang stockings up and listen to music than they do bake cookies.
Yeah, nowadays.
Jeez.
All right, did you give up on this
Wrap
one?
presents.
No, you don't shop for presents, and you don't wrap.
There's no
Sure
presents
as hell
to
don't
wrap.
wrap presents if you don't have any.
Duh.
All right, this one sucks. Let's skip it.
What are they? I have
All
no
right, the
idea.
answers. Number 1 was decorating a tree. Number
Yeah.
2, making cookies. 3, putting up lights. 4, advent calendar. 5,
on.
visiting Santa. 6, gift exchange. You don't buy them or wrap them, but you
With
exchange
what?
them.
What are you doing? Where are you doing?
Then Christmas party and gingerbread house were the last
Oh,
2.
go F
Mm-mm.
yourself.
Mm-mm. No sleigh riding. No.
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 Mm-mm.
All right, let's do another big one.
Yeah.
8 answers on the board again.
Jeez.
Cliff, name a Christmas cookie cutout shape.
I actually don't think that this doesn't feel like 100 people were surveyed. This feels like one person.
These
One-
are just numbers on a card that you
One
print out.
family
There's
at
no,
least. There's no.
One,
Everybody's
a couple
related.
people made these.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was it? What is it?
Name a Christmas cookie cutout shape.
Oh,
Candy
my.
cane.
So what shape are your Christmas cookies?
Candy cane.
You're gonna be shocked, but no.
Wow.
I love this game. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
I'm going with Gingerbread Man.
Thing number 3 answer.
It's the only thing they know.
Christmas tree.
Tree number 1 answer.
Oh my gosh. Snowman.
You got 6 left. That's the number 4 answer. You're running the board.
I'll never get very
Okay,
far
now we
with it.
go to Grandma. We get to Grandma at the end of the table there.
Cigar. No, let me see. Wow, if I was making Christmas cookies, I sure as heck. Now all I can see is candy cane.
Yeah. Who doesn't do a candy cane? The candy cane should.
I'm blanking.
Leg lamp.
Yeah, I'll let you guess, Cliff. I can't think of one.
Reindeer.
That's a very complicated cookie.
Oh my god. No?
No.
Who are these people? The only ones we have anymore are the leg lamp, the pink nightmare, the bunny suit.
Yeah.
We have like all Christmas.
Yeah,
story
technically I
related.
won.
No. You didn't
Yeah, you
steal
didn't
it.
name one. You got to name one.
Yeah, but you have to name one now in order
I
to
named
steal
3.
it.
Oh, jeez.
That's how they get feud. That's how you play the feud.
Oh, I should have had you guys freeze when I introduced you and then unfreeze and walk down the steps.
Too bad
We
it's an
could've-
audio podcast.
Yeah, we could have done this so much
Well,
more.
we didn't do the face-off either with the buzzers. Like he names one, he names candy or something on there, and I name something higher.
Yeah.
Oh, What kind of game is this? I
I told you, it's one I Googled at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
We're playing fast and loose.
All right, I'll tell you the cookies.
I got it. Let me guess two more.
What do you got?
Round.
Star.
Star, yes. Number 5 answer.
Stocking cap.
Stocking. I'll say you just said stocking, right?
Okay.
Stocking.
No candy cane, though.
No.
No reindeer.
You make cookies that look like stockings, but you don't.
You don't
actually hang any up.
Yeah.
Too busy making cookies about them.
Yes, and they're all gingerbread flavor because they don't know anything else.
Okay.
Next.
Another one.
The number 2 answer was a Santa.
A Santa. Yeah.
Yes. The other ones were Snowflake and
Mitten.
Mitten.
You
A
said
reindeer.
No candy cane.
A reindeer is too complicated, but a snowflake is not.
No, exactly. Every cookie has to be different that you make of this.
No 2 cookies are the same.
Do another one.
Okay, one more. This is Seth gets
my
the
turn.
first answer. All right. Top 8 answers on the board again. We ask 100 people.
No,
Name part of the nativity scene.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
The baby Jesus. Number 1 answer. Ding.
3 wise men.
Number 4 answer.
Mary.
Yes, 2.
Joseph.
3.
Donkey.
That's answer number 8. Only 2 people said donkey, but they did.
Well,
3
I mean, there's
left.
I feel like I should get to ask whether manger is on there. Like, is there a manger?
No, we're talking about the.
You're talking about the parts.
of the
Okay,
nativity.
that's what I want to be clear. Okay.
Yeah.
He's blanking. He's blanking.
Goat.
No goat.
No goat.
No goat.
Took a shot.
Wow.
All right, Cliff. 3 answers left to steal.
Angel.
Angel, yes. Number 7 answer.
Shepherd.
2 more. Shepherds, number 6 answer. 1 left to go. The number 5 answer.
Ooh. It's got to be one of 2 animals. I'm gonna say camel.
Oh, not the camel.
Oh, I blew it.
I'm gonna go with a sheep.
Sheep was
It was
the
sheep.
answer.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Got them all.
That was a fun one.
I rolled the dice there. It
Yep.
did not pay off. I had sheep,
Came up
I had
camel.
shepherd. I'd already said shepherd, so yeah, it came up. Everything's coming up camel.
Literally, yeah, I mean, jeez. That was a good one.
That was much better. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So let's stop right there.
Yeah, the
no top
questions. The questions are getting worse here.
Oh.
One more.
Oh, that one's dumb. I don't like that one. Okay. This one might work. Name a dessert people eat a lot of at Christmas.
I know the number 1 answer.
7 answers.
7.
I don't think you do know the number 1 answer. It's the
the number 1 second thing they do to prepare, but they don't eat it.
That's how these surveys work. Okay, so I need 7.
This is Cliff. We got 7 desserts people eat a lot of at Christmas.
A lot of.
A lot
They
of.
don't just eat it.
Not one time.
It's like Kanye the other day. Everybody's has something good, especially Hitler.
I think I'll warn you. This might not be American.
Oh, great.
That really improves my chances here.
Right.
Oh my
I may have
God.
clicked. I may have clicked on the wrong link.
Wow.
All right.
That's why we're getting these weird answers. It might not even be American. This is some Eastern European Christmas
Yeah.
tradition. We've got Krampus running around.
Yeah. This is. We're gonna name like 2 things.
What does Father Christmas or Pierre Noel bring?
All right, Chris, what do you got?
You
Dessert.
eat it out of a wood shoe.
How about cookies?
That's the number 2 answer.
Number 2 answer.
Candy.
Candy. It seems pretty vague.
Nah, you gotta be more specific.
Candy canes.
What?
No candy cane. There's no
Protest.
candy canes involved.
They
It's
hate
from
candy
a country
canes.
that has banned candy canes.
What is going on?
Wow. Okay. Is that next?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Oh, I got to come up with something. I can't think of anything past friggin' cookies. What are these people doing? That's all I eat at Christmas time was cookies and candy canes. Candy cane shaped cookies.
Not in this life.
What kind of Turkish delight? Is that, take that as an
That's
X.
a big old X.
Back at you, Cliff.
Wow. Pumpkin pie.
No.
Pumpkin pie.
I don't know. There's got to be some sort of pie on there.
Oh, I'm freaking now.
Wow.
Fruitcake.
Yes. Fruitcake.
Now you got to come up with another one.
That's the number 4 answer.
Fruitcake.
All right, I picked the wrong one. This sucks.
This does suck.
Let
What
me.
were they?
You got any other guesses?
No, go for it.
How about chocolate covered cherries?
No, no, and no.
Not together, not separate.
Jello.
Nope.
Jello.
Jello.
Christmas pudding, we'll call that.
No, come
No.
on. Christmas pudding. Figgy
All right,
pudding? Yeah, we should. It's figgy pudding.
All right, I'm going to go backwards. So the bottom of the list was gingerbread house,
Again.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
you got to eat
gingerbread.
it now.
Yeah.
Yule log,
No, I won't.
Which is to say Christmas as in Yule log. Not a log. I don't have a log, but I mean, just, if I had a log. Not in the sense that you think I said I did. Good golly.
Christmas pudding, fruitcake, gingerbread men. So we got both the house and the men.
Those are cookies. They're just more cookies.
Number 2 was cookies, and the number 1 answer was mince pies. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Everybody?
Right?
Mince pies?
Mincemeat pies?
Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas.
Every
Wow.
year. That was terrible. We should have stopped when we were ahead.
I think so. Yikes.
Okay, where do you go from here?
Gotta save it.
So we're to the bottom of the barrel here.
Top 10 things at the bottom of the barrel at
Mhm.
Christmas time.
All right, this might not be too bad.
Okay, that's what we thought.
All right, name a Christmas decoration other than a tree. We got 8 answers. A Christmas decoration other than a tree.
Gingerbread.
Can't remember.
Other than a
Uh-huh.
tree.
Other than a tree. Is this Cliff's
Oh.
term? Or I
Uh,
can't remember.
No, I think I went first last time.
yeah, you did. A
Okay.
wreath.
Yep.
Number 1 answer is a wreath.
Just lights. Lights. No, no lights.
No lights.
Totally can't see the wreath in the dark.
Mm-mm.
No lights.
Okay. How about mistletoe?
Nope.
Jesus.
You guys are giving great answers, way better than the answers they have here.
Just say gingerbread. It's it's on there somewhere.
Yeah, gingerbread. No, it's not. No. Jeez, what kind of decoration is made out of cookies?
Mm. Not candy canes.
Just tinsel. Does people put tinsel anywhere else other than on the tree?
Not these 100 people.
No. Yeah, this is a fake 100 people. Not one out of 100 people said mistletoe.
Right.
Or lights. That's,
Or light.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
How about candles?
Candles,
That's
number
a good
3 answer.
That's a good one. I like
Holly.
Holly.
No holly.
Still, it's in the mistletoe category there.
Right. We don't like greens.
Yeah.
Stockings. Mincemeat stockings.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
How about
Okay.
decorations beside the tree?
This is like
nativity scene.
Number 2 answer.
uh
So we've got the top 3: wreath, nativity, and candles. Now we just got the bottom of the board.
How about bows?
Nose.
God, I'm terrible at this.
I don't freaking know. I got nothing.
All right, so we got 3. Number 4 was a star.
A star.
One.
Just star.
Single.
The word
Single.
star.
It's not on your tree. I'm sure it's not
No.
on your freaking tree.
No, it's not lit up.
Tinsel.
Number 5, nutcracker. Number 6, bunting.
Bunting.
Number 7, snowman. Number 8, pine cones.
More people said bunting than lights.
Yes.
More people said pine cones than
Pine
lights.
cones. Yes. 5 entire people said pine
It's
cones.
Christmas. Go
Get your
get the
pine-
bunting and the pine cones. Make some mincemeat.
Wow.
What a terrible Christmas these people have. Don't sing. Turn the radio off.
We're going to sit in the dark with our pine cones. Like it.
And we're gonna play Guess What This Is in your hand. A pine cone.
You're going to eat nothing but mincemeat.
This cookie's terrible. It's a pine cone. Why I can't sing?
And there's no presents because we didn't prepare them ahead of time.
Yeah.
Right. There's a
So
gift exchange.
we gotta-
Bunting again.
All right. Well, that was something we tried.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like a simulation of, we played what an AI thought Christmas decorations were.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
guessing this was just, a bored housewife at home making this and just made up the
Looking
numbers.
around.
Yeah, there
Just
was no
looking around.
actual scientific data.
We surveyed 100 Amish people from the same farm. Wow.
All right.
It
Well,
was
thanks
all
for
the same.
indulging us in a little holiday spirit. Now on to the television that we watch. The real spirit of the season, watching TV.
You guys watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special?
Yes.
Sure did.
I did too.
I just saw on the calendar that right now on Earth it's almost Christmas time.
We don't have time for trivialities like Christmas.
But Peter's so sad about Gamora being gone. Babies we go to Earth for a really wonderful Christmas gift, it would make him happy. Something special he will never forget.
What about someone special?
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
We're looking for the legendary Kevin Bacon.
I just said that, Drax.
But your voice is small and mousy. I think maybe he didn't hear you. Ah! You're coming with us. That's a Christmas present. I'm Groot.
Great. Sounds good. Hope everybody else at home did.
I feel like the biggest Scrooge in the world because everyone seemed to love this.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And I didn't get a whole lot out of it, so I don't want to complain because it was fun and it was exciting and wonderful, but I don't know. Didn't really do much for me.
It is a major problem for me.
Wow.
That sounds like a very that reminds me of some quote from Seinfeld. I can't remember what it is.
You should put it in a letter to them.
Yeah. It's like, this is a major problem.
Here's why.
Here is why. First of all, great. I love these characters, and it's, they got some fun ones to do with this. Kevin Bacon's always game to be a part of something. All of that was fine. It was, but it felt like, it was fine. The music was, these original songs they made for it, and the whole story about like bringing Christmas for Peter and all that. Like, really, all the pieces look good on paper, and it works. Except like the main scene that really kills it for me is where they're in Mann's Chinese Theater with all the people in costume, and they are there, and all the gravitas of all the movies is flushed out of the toilet when it is shoved in your face that these are just a couple more people in costume cosplaying as some characters, and they're not, it's like shoved in your face that they are just celebrities dressed up, and it's just so silly, beyond silly, taking me out like, I really thought, is this going to ruin Guardians of the Galaxy for me? Because it's
the
just
Star Wars
ridiculous.
special didn't ruin Star Wars,
right?
So I don't know.
The Star Wars special is like that's a terrible comparison. That is like so bottom of the barrel, but I don't know. That just did not work for me. That's the part where I was like, I don't know. Shouldn't have done this.
I think I didn't love it, but I didn't feel that.
I don't want to sound like I
Yeah.
hated it. It just, that part was like all of a sudden took me out of it. But it really was a terrible special. I've seen way worse.
Yeah,
holiday
and I think now that I've seen it and looking back at it, I've had a few days. I think it's more in the spirit of the classic, TV holiday special, right? I mean, maybe not Star Wars, but just in general, it's just for fun, and it's to celebrate Christmas, and don't take it too far into the main series, more or less, is how I saw it. I mean, it certainly looked the part for me. I mean, it looked like, it fit in. Maybe because it was, and they were fine, but it was so heavy on Drax and Mantis.
I mean, it's clear why they picked them. They're the two goofiest, most kid-like characters that, it just would have been too expensive to have Groot there also, or Groot and Raccoon or they would have done that.
Yeah.
It'd have to been animated. So they had to pick the live action silly people.
And those are the two characters, usually get the least lines or least screen time. They're the joke. They bring the levity to it. So, that all makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it was just my hopes were a little high, knowing how much we love the Guardians franchise. It was James Gunn doing it. They didn't hand it off to somebody else. So, like all this other Disney Plus stuff, when they're good, I feel as that's a bonus. If it's just fine, that's what I'm expecting. So maybe I was expecting too much out of this. That it's going to bridge the gap between volumes 2 and 3. It's James Gunn. He's going to bring that holiday. It's going to be funny, but also sentimental. Like I maybe it was just I wanted too much out of it, and it just was something very simple and silly.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like it hit all the it hit all the bases. I mean, and they had the the fun music. Even though it was original, but and the Kevin Bacon was, they teased that and included his name in the movies thus far, and trying to pay that off a little bit in a fun way. And I don't know, it gave me a little the whole brother sister thing gave me a little Return of the Jedi vibe there for a couple seconds.
It felt kind of shoehorned in there though. Like it did. Yeah, it was just like, this is so random.
But it did in 83 too. Like there was no mention of it until like, oh, by the way, I mean, but
at least that it felt like a relevant thing. This just seemed like, what are the odds? Never tell me, by the way.
Yeah. So, it's funny because the animated part was probably the part I was kind of like, that felt kind of rammed in there to me, the animated segments. Like it didn't kind of go with it a little bit. But overall, I thought it was, it was fun.
We're being pretty
Christmassy
thick.
and
I mean, it's fine. It was, I'm sure, I'm just so, we've had to wait a long time on some Guardians.
And I think maybe that might be my issue too. Like if they hadn't announced this so long ago, and now I've had all this anticipation for it, whereas like the last one, The Werewolf by Night at Halloween, I was just like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
That was just surprised us, and hell, they announced this last Christmas.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I'll give him an A for effort on it. Everybody was back and played a little bit part, and it was silly, but the Guardians are silly at times, and it was.
Well, let's roll right.
Well, it continues to from out of nowhere. Nebula remains my favorite Guardian from being a non-entity in the first one up to this. I think her line was the only thing that made me laugh in this one. But, she had like 2 scenes in this, and I can't get enough of Nebula.
Yeah,
I really like her too. But that's the thing with them is I like all of them. Let's roll right in here. We just had this trailer.
Yeah,
I'm a mess. I really am not going to be able to handle this. No, it's not just that. First off, we loved these 2 Guardians movies.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to go do a whole new re-ranking of the Marvel.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up because we did our ranking of all the existing Marvel movies way back in the day.
I thought we did.
There were only 25 of them.
I thought we did all superhero movies.
It was. You're right. It was
modern.
We need to just do Marvel now that we have that many.
See, it's been so long I couldn't even remember it correctly.
We were in the bunker.
Yeah, we were.
I think Evan Williams was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to do that. And anyway, we love those first two. I've well, not often, but a couple times a year since I've seen it, I do this because I love the chill I get and the ending of Guardians 2. Like when they start playing the chain, it just gets me. I mean, I used it in our Kids on Bikes because I love it. Just that reminder of that scene. It just, of the, parent-child relationship there. These movies are so, they're the best at, getting that emotional family, this found family group that, is why they're probably the most beloved of all of this. People that were not super, I mean, my friends that didn't, grow up on comics like we did, the Guardians are their favorite. They don't know, they're on the same level as everything else. They don't know them any more than they did anybody else. So when the Guardians, that's my favorite, and knowing, the biggest problem is knowing that this is it. Like James Gunn is full DC now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Marvel totally blew it, and this is it. I don't see how we get any more Guardians after this. Like this is it, and I am devastated. That trailer, first off, I watched the first trailer and that's it. So knowing I can't watch any more trailers because I don't want to know anything else. I feel like this was perfect. The song they chose was perfect. That Space Hog, and I guarantee he's been holding on to that for, since he's probably found that and was like, I'm saving that, it's like that worked so well for this trailer. And just knowing that, we're dealing with somebody's going to die. I know somebody's going to die. There's all this emotional stuff with Raccoon. Gamora, they're going to have to, it's the search for Gamora, that version of Search for Spock, and she doesn't know who she is, doesn't know them. They're going to have to convince her, and how are they going to do that? Like the old Gamora didn't like that. It's like, I am just like, that trailer really hit me hard. The finality of what we're going into. When we do our anticipated movies for next year, that's going to come up here in a month or so, I would have told you 100% it was going to be Mission Impossible for me again, like it has for the last few years. They never put the movie out. but I don't think I can say that. Like, this movie got me, like, I'm upset by that trailer. And I've watched it multiple times, and I'm not so dreading it being over.
For me, in these Marvel movies, I was like, okay, this is like, without the MCU, this is a amazing trilogy of films. For me, I can name, of course, Star Wars. I can name Back to the Future. But beyond that, I feel like there's a huge drop off. And I'm too anticipating, because I've loved the Guardians since that first movie came out. And I just feel like there's going to be so much weight with this movie. And like you said, it's a fear of not getting any more of that ever. And by some chance down the road, the
characters will probably pop up here and there, but as far as a full-on Guardians of the Galaxy team, I think we've probably seen the last of it.
So I really do agree. I thought the trailer was amazing, and
man, you guys got the hype train going. Full speed ahead.
Don't you? I'm so convinced this movie's going to be incredible.
I liked what I saw. I liked the costumes, like going back to the blue matching costumes, like when they rebooted it early 2000s.
Gamora looks amazing.
That look was really good. Ugh. And I think we all need to prepare for baby Groot, baby Yoda levels of cuteness with Rocket's girlfriend, the otter character. Her name's Lila. she was back from the 70s in those original Rocket comics. So just that little shot of that cute little otter, I think people are going to lose their minds. That cute
I know.
Lila.
I'm like a sucker for all that stuff, and I am going to be a mess. Like, it's just that, and I honestly think that the biggest thing that connects with me is, and everybody else, but the use of the music. So who knows what all they're going to break out there to make me cry.
And then we saw Adam Warlock, and we saw a few other characters that I don't even know who they were supposed to be. So again, it could be
evolutionary, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So it might be overstuffed and complicated and too much, but
they will be the grounding factor, the family that will just say it plainly and speak to us on our level, to that gives that great contrast to these galactic characters that sometimes in the comics do not work because nobody is the Spider-Man. Where we have this, these characters that connect us so well, where we can handle all that big garbage because of them. So there's not people don't do it as well as James Gunn.
No, they don't. And I've always felt like that's the strong point of the group, is there is no Spider-Man, there is no Superman, there is no overly powered gonna save the day because he is our leader, because he's the most powerful character here. I mean, they all do different things, but they're not individually, they're not what they are as a group, which was, the ending of the first movie. I love that. Yeah,
ending. I couldn't tell you who my favorite character out of them is. They're all fun.
Yeah.
It's
and the character, they've all had a character arc. They've all grown. They've all grown together through it. So yeah, we're talking a lot about a trailer, but the other thing,
the hype is real.
The other thing that it reminded me was a couple episodes ago, I was back from Disney World and given this big trip report and trying to kind of remember as I was talking, and it was very unplanned. And one of the things I didn't mention was going on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, and just the experience of it, and it's very detailed and star-studded. It's a coaster. It's an indoor coaster with a twist, or a lot of spins, if you will. But when you walk in that building, because I have vivid memories of what that building looked like, and the experiences I had in there before, it looks completely different inside. And there is like a pre-show, and then like another pre-show, and then you get onto the ride. And it's got Terry Crews, and it's got Meryl Streep, or was it Meryl Streep played the Xandarian leader?
No,
it was Glenn Close.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But she's back for it. And it's like
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. Yeah. But it's very, the story's, very embedded into the ride itself. And it's a great use of the roller coaster with a car that, as it's going through the track, moves independently and turns you different directions. So much like, like a Disney dark ride, you're looking at a specific thing. But it's all incredibly fast and bright and exciting. That it just one ride, you're going, what the hell just happened? And if you're like me and you get motion sick, be prepared, because it's going to make you sick. It made me sick. I did not throw up, but I got off of that going, oh my God, because at the last point, you are, as the car is spinning around, you are on a track, like, going down circular track, a going down a drain motion, and as you're going down the drain, you're spinning around, and everybody's screaming, and there's stuff going on all around you because you're in the middle of space, and it's insane. And I just wanted to share that because I didn't a couple shows ago.
I wish I could just pop down there and ride it and pop back here, but
no kidding.
It's too much more effort involved.
Yeah, no kidding. So, yeah.
Anyway, we like Guardians of the Galaxy.
A lot.
A lot.
But that wasn't the only trailer we got this week either.
True.
We got Transformers: Rise of the Beast. That's not what you thought I was going to say.
Stand down. I'm not the one to fear, Prime. There is a darkness coming.
Yeah, so the latest Transformers, based on was it the late 90s, early 2000s Transformers Beast Wars show that was, really popular with young people back then. It was all computer animated, which was a pretty new thing still. And, it just looked like Transformers. Thought it looked pretty cool visually. Old school Optimus. And then
who's making this one? Like, what?
I don't know.
Did they?
I don't think it's.
I'm gonna look it up. You keep talking about it.
So, anyways, no Mark Wahlberg. Thank God.
Of all the threats from both your past and future. You've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
And but we saw Mirage in there, and that was awesome. Going back to that original Transformers cartoon and toys, and Optimus looked like Optimus, and then you had the Optimus Primal in his gorilla form, and who's the girl? RC? Is that right? RC, the pink, yeah. She's in it, and it looked, where's Shia LaBeouf in this movie, because it sure looked like one of his.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I didn't think it looked bad.
Yeah. It certainly, it got me more excited than probably the last.
Says Michelle Yeoh as Maximal Air Razor. Is that something?
Yes. Maximals are the animals.
Peter Dinklage as Scourge.
Okay.
Ron Perlman's Optimus Primal.
Okay, that makes sense.
That RC is Liza Koshy. I don't know. Anyway, there's the few names or whatever, but
I mean, other than that,
I'll probably see it.
That Bumblebee movie, that the first 10 minutes was really good because it looked like old Transformers, and the rest of the movie I didn't care about.
I couldn't finish it.
Yeah. Other than that little 10-minute section, I feel like the last, 18 Transformer movies were pretty not great. So I was excited about it.
I remember walking out of Bumblebee. I'm sure I talked about it on the podcast. I walked out of it at the mall or something. It looked so terrible.
Yeah.
And never looked back.
So, yeah, that was it for trailers, right?
That was another letter you had to write.
Yeah. It is.
Oh, shoot.
They'll just keep doing these things to you if you don't tell them.
People gotta be told.
And people have been told, and somehow they're still making Indiana Jones movies, and Harrison Ford is still out there with the whip and the hat.
I miss the desert. I miss the sea. And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
I don't believe in magic. But a few times in my life, I've seen things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
Who is this man?
I'm her godfather.
Hardly related.
Get back.
Am I crazy or did that look great? I don't remember my thoughts seeing the Crystal Skull trailer. I don't remember if I had these same thoughts of like, yes, Indy's back and he's going after a Crystal Skull. I don't know I can't remember how hyped I was, but I can't imagine it looked as good as this did.
Agreed.
I don't know.
It looked like a rip-roaring adventure. Like it didn't look like a whole lot of CGI and a whole lot of ridiculousness. It looked like Indiana Jones to me. So I don't know if they maybe
feel like it's
learned a lesson from the last one and kind of...
I don't know how it's not going to look CGI, though. It's like... I mean, they're going to young him up here and there. And
yeah.
I'm interested to see what... I love me some Indiana Jones, so...
Very excited
I want to see it. It definitely is going to get a shot. I'll definitely watch it. So who knows whether they're going to pull it off or not? But
yeah, it's got to be better than Crystal Skull, right? I mean, it has to be.
I mean, I honestly, that movie gets a lot of hate. That I didn't love it, but this could totally be worse. It's possible. It's possible.
I don't know.
Yeah, if he's limping around like an 80-year-old man and like I'm having an adventure, he's pointing at people like
he's doing a lot of stuff lately. He's like signed up for a bunch of stuff, and I'm like,
he's everywhere.
Okay, are you not going to play angry old man? Because it seems like you can't help it in your real life.
He's got to be the Red Hulk. He's got to get angry.
I don't know how he's going to do that. There's something else he's in. Oh, he's in that Yellowstone spinoff and some other thing I saw the other day, and I was like, man, he is going for it all of a sudden.
Yeah, I had that thought too the other day, because I was like, I have this image in my head of gruff Harrison Ford, who always said that he wasn't doing any more Star Wars, and he wasn't they should have killed off Han Solo when he said, and just I don't know, like this image of him as just kind of like I'm just I'm too good to be doing these silly interviews and stuff.
Yeah, and then I wonder like why does it keep saying yes to all this stuff?
Right.
Yeah, that's the boggling part. I'm like, why are you doing this all of a sudden? You hate all of us.
Right.
You hate this.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to Comic-Con to promote it. He doesn't want to do interviews on TV at late night show. Like he hates all that stuff. But something about it, paycheck maybe. I don't know,
but here lately he's just
money.
It can't be money. Like I just feel like he's out there doing it. Like
I think he sees some of his contemporaries like doing great work as they get older, and he's the sourpuss that he might be like, hey, I still have some gas in the tank.
Yeah,
I can't wait much longer to try to do something.
Well, it really
either do it or you just die.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. I mean,
do some work, or you're going to, just sit around and get old.
Right, because when when he made Crystal Skull and Shia was gonna, he was expected to pass the mantle on to him, that it totally bombed and everybody hated Mutt, the Mutt character and his greaser 50s, stick you with a knife crap. And then they were like, well, forever, but Chris Pratt's going to be the new Indiana Jones. And everybody kind of was like, oh, that's a great idea. We love Chris Pratt at the time. But then Harrison comes out and says, nobody else is going to play that part and it'll die with him and that type of stuff. In the same way,
Indiana Jones.
But like when he came back for Rise of Skywalker, like he came back and I thought there's no way he'll ever be Han Solo again. And then when they opened Galaxy's Edge, there he is out there with Luke and Lando and Chewie and like doing it, and I'm just like, I don't know this guy at all, apparently.
Speaking of Chris Pratt, we had the new Mario trailer. Did you guys see that? No?
I don't watch trailers. I don't want to be ruined by Mario.
All right. Let's go.
Oh my God. Okay.
Not sure if you know who I am, but I'm about to rule the world.
Wow, yay.
But there's one problem. There's a human, has a mustache just like you.
Do you think I know every human being with a mustache wearing an identical outfit with a hat with the letter of his first name on it? Because I don't.
Bowser is coming. Together, we are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
Oh, I got this. No problem. Yes! Come on, Mario! Our big adventure begins now! Get it off, get it off, get it off!
I watched
It was the first real trailer.
Yeah.
They had that little teaser and everybody went nuts, like that he just talks like Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
And then we got a little more meat on the bones on this trailer. We got to see some stuff, and so I can't wait to like take my nephews or whatever. It's definitely any kid that knows any Mario is gonna love it, and their parents are gonna love it because there's all the jokes showing moments from the games that they've turned into something funny. It's not gonna be anything fantastic, but it's definitely going to get the job done from what I've seen. So
I watched the trailer just because I wanted to hear him do the Mario, the lack of Mario voice again.
Right.
And I thought the same. I thought, well, this is going to make a lot of money. So,
oh my gosh, it's going to print money, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So, and who knows, by the time the damn thing comes out, Universal will have the another Nintendo Land probably open out in California, and half of one built in the new park in Florida. So good on them.
I'm curious to see what those kind of rides they have.
Well, the one in Japan's been open for a while now, and it's pretty freaking awesome. I mean, there's a Mario Kart ride.
Right. I would hope.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, Super Mario Brothers, the castles and
right.
the,
So mustache ride.
That's right.
What they call it. We should have had Mario on.
We should have. Oh. He's always busy out plumbing or delivering mail.
Getting tea.
Yeah. Shoot. So, yeah, is that it? Is that all the trailers, guys?
I don't know. Let me think. You got any more?
It's about an hour here, so are we?
Yeah, we can
So
cut it
any
off.
other movie? Any other movies we could wrap up
Oh
with?
my gosh. Well, I was on vacation. I watched a bunch of movies, but you had already talked about Don't Worry, Darling. I saw that. It was fine.
Yeah.
The Wonder was another movie with her on Netflix about a nurse, and that was her and a nun were hired to watch this girl round the clock that supposedly wasn't eating, and claiming that God was, she was eating manna from heaven and was keeping her alive, and they wanted to know how it was happening. And the moral of the story is I hate religion. Saw Strange World, that Disney movie that they just sent out to die.
Yeah.
They did no promotion as far as I saw, but I'm sure they did. But
they really didn't.
They just put it out to die.
They did,
because they do not know what they're doing, and any one of us could run it better than them as far as choosing what movies to put in theaters and promoting them. It's ridiculous.
Honestly, and I hate to say this because it's just presuming things, but when everybody's like, where, because immediately it was like Strange World come out, it's going to be a huge failure, and everybody went, what's Strange World? Why haven't I heard of this? And then I realized there was the main character was a gay character, and it was like, oh, we're not promoting. That's what it felt like. We're not promoting that. It's got a gay character.
And, they leaned into it too. It was definitely very.
So I have not seen.
It was very progressive. Even the dog only had 3 legs.
Have not seen it. I just because it just kind of.
Even the dog's gone woke in today's world.
Yep. It was fine. Yeah, it was fine.
I'll see it. Might be a while.
Saw The Black Phone on Peacock. That's that Joe Hill short story turned into a movie. It's a very popular movie. This past summer, I think it was. People thought this was going to be something in it. It's very likable. I would recommend it. I enjoyed it. It's got a very M. Night Shyamalan feel to it, though. But whether you like that or not.
Did we ever talk about Barbarian?
No, I don't think we did.
People are saying this is a good year for horror. There's a lot of these kind of things that have been real, audience favorites and critical favorites.
Yes, I would have liked to seen Barbarian in the theater. I feel like it had to have been fun in the theater.
I really liked it. I'm not going to say anything because that's the whole idea. Is the less you know, the better your reaction is. But it definitely went there and back. And then I kept seeing reviews comparing it to Malignant from a couple years ago, which I don't watch these kind of horror movies, but I saw it referenced so much.
I know the twist.
Malignant was on HBO, and I was like, oh, it was Halloween time. Like, I'll go ahead and watch that one. If they're comparing it favorably to, this is the best one since Malignant or whatever. A lot of the reviews. So I get 3/4 of the way through Malignant, and it just feels like the same old standard. Someone's seeing something. It's a spooky horror movie, and then they reveal what's really going on. It's like, are you kidding me? Okay, go, and just push the gas down 100 miles an hour, and it won me over by how gutsy it was, of how ridiculously crazy the payoff was. And again, I like movies that don't hem and haw, and like, if you're gonna go for it, just go for it, go all in. I definitely appreciate that.
I've had a very visceral reaction to Barbarian. Me and Nick sat here and watched it, and I've never been so no one would do that. That I just couldn't handle it. I didn't think the acting was natural at the beginning, and then the person who was so so on top of her safety at the beginning threw it all away for no reason, for inexplicably. Like, I know it's a horror movie, and people make stupid decisions in horror movies, but this was the most blatant stuff to me that really bothered me. But then I thought, as it went on, it really went even crazier. So, by that time it's like, what, they're not even doing that. Then I ended up enjoying it for what it was. I wish I saw it with
an audience would help you. An audience would help you ride that wave.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because it was written and directed by a guy named Zach Krieger, who I know from The Whitest Kids You Know, which is a sketch comedy show, probably late 90s, early 2000s. And that got me thinking of Jordan Peele. These comedians are so good at horror. I'm like that because I feel like telling a good joke is similar to a good scare. Like you have to know how to set things up and how to pay them off. So I just found that interesting that a couple of people known for comedy are also having very acclaimed horror films. So there's something similar in there. There's tension and build up and payoff, and it's the same muscles, I think, between comedy and horror. So
that was
for whatever you feel.
That Barbarian and The Black Phone both had things that I mean, just there's something in me that wants to be like, if you just changed these like one or two tiny things, it would fix all these holes, I guess, that bother me. And I felt like that was the only thing that bothered me. It was just like, if you just fix one little thing, it explains why somebody would do something. Anyway, I watched The Menu. I had only seen the poster, never seen a trailer even, and I just heard some buzz about it. And Nick and I went and watched it, and what a surprise that movie was! Like, oh my gosh, it was very strange but fun. I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, I wouldn't want to tell anybody about it, but watch The Menu. Eventually, it won't be long. It'll be out, I'm sure, streaming in some capacity, but it is kind of the surprise of the year for me as just a oddball movie that is very, just ridiculous.
And that one was written or co-written by a guy on staff at Seth Meyers' show.
Oh, okay.
Because they had the two writers as a guest, and it was one of the guy who's worked for Seth Meyers for 10 years. So again, comedy, horror.
Yes, it was good. I watched Avatar to prepare for the new movie because we proved it's culturally relevant. But it's fine. It's a fine movie. Luckily, that white guy was there to show all those Na'vi how to use their bodies the right way and how to do everything that they never could figure out by themselves. White savior for the win.
I have still never seen it.
So Glass Onion in theaters. It was in theaters for 1 week, made tons of money. Theaters begged them to leave it in there for more, but people don't like money. And Netflix makes a terrible decision and takes it out of theaters. So it was great. If you love Knives Out, you're going to love Glass Onion. It's just bigger. And I thought it was really good. I do like Knives Out better, but not by much. This is really good.
That's good. That's good to hear.
And saw The Fabelmans, the Steven Spielberg movie. I had to go to Columbus for because Steven Spielberg can't even get a movie in theaters. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. But this is just a love letter to his childhood and explaining why he is who he is. I really liked it. I don't love Michelle Williams' performance as much as everybody else. I mean, she's good. I just don't, I'm not a big fan. And it feels also like a movie a almost 80-year-old made. I mean, it's soft to me in some things. I guess I'm saying I feel like he's lost a little edge there. He's making a certain type of movie. It feels, like West Side Story last year felt that way to me. I don't know, but I really liked it.
That was my uninformed opinion, having just seen the teasers and stuff. Was like, it just seemed very mushy, very rose-colored glasses about the past, and and everything's follow your dreams, and it just seemed very
There is some grit in there because he's telling some truths about his childhood and dealing with them. So I just think that's a little on the nose for somebody that has dealt with it in all his movies, his entire career, dealing with a father not being there, E.T. and Indiana Jones, everything. He's been dealing with it. So this just seems like he's like, did you guys not get it? I'm just going to tell you clearly what happened.
Yeah, we've left metaphor behind and just gone directly to here's what we're going to explain it.
That's pretty much it. I watched a bunch of movies, and it was great because most of them were great. So good times.
So we got some competition this year for the Poobah Awards.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, that will do it for us this week. Everybody go out, get your candy canes, get your mincemeat pies, get your holiday.
No candy
ready.
canes. You don't get your candy canes.
Throw your candy canes in the trash. Turn your lights out.
That's right.
It's suck on a pine cone.
Don't buy any presents.
It's the holiday season, and we are Ka-Pow, the pop culture podcast. See you soon. My name is Jordan Lowe.
How do you greet people at Christmas time? You say, Happy Life Day.
Happy Life Day.
We surveyed 100 people, and nobody said that.
We surveyed 100 Wookiees, and they all say, I'm Cliff.
I'm Seth. Feliz Navidad forever.
Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast, is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Sounds, music, and clips played during the podcast are property of copyright holders. All original content is property of www.udownwithkpp.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a comment. Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast, can be found on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found. You can connect with us through social media on Facebook, YouTube, at the Ka-Pow Podcast on Twitter, or email the show, Ka-Pow, the pop cultured podcast at gmail.com. If you really want to go the extra mile, join our Patreon at patreon.com/udownwithkpp for special content and access to Patreon-only benefits. We are grateful for anyone who chooses to contribute, but please know that most of our content will remain free. So please continue to like, comment, and share.